Awesome. Thanks heaps for booking in and stuff. It's awesome to have you guys here. So pretty much for the most part, I know you can all kick, and I don't really teach people how to kick. It is about going to a higher level. So from what I've heard, it's about you want to get more penetration in your kick, get better on the run, and set shot goal kicking. And we'll look at a bit of distance as well. So I guess my goal and the outcome that I'd want is you to be more confident in your technique, know what it takes and what you need to do to have more penetration and power, and then let's try and get a set shot routine sorted out as well. Sound good?
Yep.
Awesome. So just start off kick to kick. So a bit of exploration here. Not every kick's going to be straight. Go around your body, left and right. You can do a little higher ones, little finesse kicks. Nice work. Have a bit of fun with it. We're going to get a bit competitive now. So you must complete a kick to your partner. They must kick it back, and so it must be marked, must be completed. When you do that, so up and back, your partner will then go back to the next cone, up and back, next cone, up and back. First team to finish all the kicks, okay? If you drop the mark or it hits the ground, you don't start from the start, you just have to repeat that kick, okay? So 2 completions. Make sure that you focus on punching it in quickly, but also taking care of the ball. Like if you're rushing it and it comes off the side of your foot, then that's no good. Ready? Nice toe, good job. Well, here we go. Got a competitive one here. All right, first, second, third, good job. Oh, also I forgot. Torps. Do we want to make sure we get enough time for torps at the end? Yeah. Okay. We're already 5 minutes ahead of schedule. So I do want to get into some filming of your technique. I know I've looked at your kicking, but has anyone else had their kicking looked at before? Either by themselves or like anyone? No? Seen it? Okay, cool. So we'll go into another activity. I just call it bubble kicks. Essentially, I'll tell you the way you've got to start with the ball. It could be facing the other way. It could be throw it in the air. You might have to move your feet. I'll blow the whistle. You've got to hit your kick, and you're competing against people next to you to get the ball to your teammate. Then the person will mark the ball and reset. It's not like they're rushing to kick it back, okay? Then I'll blow the whistle and you go. But I'll come around, or Mackenzie will come around and we'll just film you. Don't think about it. We'll just film so we can get some footage, and then we'll analyze it after that, okay? So mix up your partners again. If you were down this end, go down that end. It's a sick singlet, mate. Has anyone ever seen Dan's singlet? Can we get zoom in on that, please? Yeah. Join my online training program. Okay, so let's go. Starting, you're just going to be chopping your feet forward and back, and then when I blow the whistle, it's a punch kick. First person mark it. Ready? Feet forward and back. Get the ball ready to go. So a big important factor in kicking is how quickly you get the ball ready. Oh, so Dan got the kickoff first, but Brett got the ball there first. Punched it in a bit lower. Run, pick it up, hit the kick like on the run, okay? Yeah, you're literally just going to turn and kick, get your hips around.
Oh no, off the side.
Oh, that looked good. Got some footage of your kicking. Do we want to take just a quick look? It's literally one to two clips each. Because I think you can't really kick with good penetration and good distance if you're lacking in your fundamentals. You're all not too bad, but there are some things that we can look at. And then we'll get into some goal kicking as well when we'll get this back out and get a good look. I think it's always good to look at everyone's kicking to see other people. Like you can actually, even though it's not you, can still learn. Yeah, exactly. So see how high you lift that ball up?
Yeah.
Now, what's everyone's thoughts on that?
Probably a bit too high.
Really high.
Yeah. And the drop's way too high as well.
But I was going to say, you haven't let go of it yet, so don't stress. But because it does force you to have to guide the ball down, right? And you've actually still got, you still got control of the ball, okay? Like it's quite crazy. So look, it's definitely the highest I've ever seen it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Keep it lower.
Let's try and minimise it. So if
Yep.
we look at Muddy, like he's going to be. Let's see if he's a bit quicker. Like Mackenzie's over there, like already kind of.
Yeah, balls at their foot.
Yeah, balls at their foot, but yeah. So it's just a little bit later, right?
Yep.
You're also kind of so the grip's good. The guide, let's try and reduce that.
Yep.
We need that ball getting in the forward tilt for a low punch kick, which it gets there. But look at how collapsed you are through that knee. That needs to be a bit more straighter.
Yep.
And so you're making contact a bit closer to your body to then punch through.
Yeah, I get you.
Okay, yep. Comes up on that angle that you had, it's just not so high.
Yep.
And then let's make sure that elbow extends. Good. Gets in the forward tilt, kind of just rolls there.
Yep.
And see the body position, how he's more
Yep.
upright. That's a stronger position, it's what we want.
Yep.
Ball's in the forward tilt, but it's a little bit, I'm guessing it's a little bit of an angle. You've had to kind of adjust your
yeah.
foot. So I would just say, let's actually work on getting the ball out a bit more with a longer arm and then pulling it down. It's going to help with a bit of timing.
Yep.
As opposed to just a little elbow here and the ball kind of just falls
Yep.
out. But
I'm
yeah.
probably trying to counteract with that, with trying to bring it in closer. That's why I bend my arm a bit
Yeah,
more,
exactly.
yeah.
But let's get that timing of taking it out and
Yep.
then in. But yeah, not too bad. All right, Marty, where are you, mate?
What have I done here?
So this is one where we've whipped it around. So similar thing, you kind of got that bent elbow there, which is fine. Just extend it. It's good. It's at least it's in close, and then punching through. That
that's
looks really good. Yeah, and I reckon you.
Could I be straighter up? Or is it?
Oh, because that was one where you're coming around your body a bit.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
like
sorry.
a very situational kick, and it was perfect. Nice work.
Oh, sweet.
You're
I
perfect,
was not
mate.
going to say bad ones. So
Yeah, I know. We'll do some more when we're doing some goal kicking.
Goal kicking.
You kind of flow through nicely. So this is
most of his kicks are like spot on too.
spot on, yeah.
Perfect spinning, everything.
Yeah, and then again for the body position, like being more upright, like
Yep.
chest is upright, letting the arm do the work, like of guiding down, not like hunching over or collapsing.
Yep.
So yeah, that's really good. The shin's like essentially up and down there at contact, so then you can punch through. And yeah, the flow is really nice. These guys, they've got the hands on the front panels, which is what we want, so then they can pull the ball back in.
Yeah.
Gets really hard when you're holding it at the back there. So really the ball is you've only got control of it to go forward, not back in. It still is not a bad spot, and you are a little bit hunched over. And I did notice a lot of your kicks were going high.
Yeah.
Yeah. So even though you were sometimes the first to kick it, it was just poppy. So we'll work on taking the ball out a bit more, bring it in, so then it's lower to the ground and you can punch through.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. All right, we'll just leave it at that. Yep. Go into one of my favourite drills. This is just the no step kick. So we can kind of break the kicking down, and this is going to be a good drill for working on penetration and distance in your kick as well. So this is a drill we did a lot as punters. So we were kicking torp, but we're here. Same principles apply. So work your glute and hamstring to get your foot back into the backswing. The further that gets back when you're kicking, the more distance it has to accelerate into the kick to put more force through the ball. Okay? So work on bringing that back. Core control, stability, slight bend in this knee. It's not the massive bend like this. Okay? And then for this close, we're just trying to hold our balance. So if Mackenzie and I are good enough, our leg will never hit the ground because he'll kick it back to me. That good that I don't have to move. You'll start to feel your core and your glute med working, and see how our toes are pointing at the target. We can work on any part of the technique here because it strips it right back. So for the guys with the grip and the guide, that's what we'll work on. For the guys who aren't too bad, let's work on core control and balance. And then we're going to push back. It's going to get harder and harder. And then you're going to work on being more explosive and powerful through the forward swing, but I'll get to that. Okay, so just start close. You're not coming through hard. It's just all about balance to start with, okay? At least, that wind's picking up, so your drop's got to be good. Nice work. All right, so we want more hands on the front panels. Perfect. Just your pinky on the back. Good. And then we're out here. Yep, bring your leg back.
Yeah.
Yep, and then you're just trying to meet them. Yeah, nice, nice. And then get the timing where you're making contact low to the ground.
Yeah.
So he shouldn't go higher than his head. Try and hit his stomach. Legs back. Good. Okay, so I want you to brush the ground with your foot just now. Slight bend in your left foot, in your left leg. Yeah, just slightly. Good. And you just see that feeling there. Have that ball, please. All right, so then we want you to make contact. So at the moment, you're making contact like that. Yeah, so we need it, you need to be a bit more patient. Stay there, strong through there. And then just come kick the ball now, out of my hands. Good, a little bit harder. Good. Go again. Yep. Take your leg all the way in the backswing. Yep. Good. That feeling there, okay?
Yeah.
Take your arms out, leg back. Lovely. Good. Now just be try and hold your balance.
Murder in the arc.
Good. Long.
Yeah.
Long. Yeah. Both of you two should be able to tell each other, hey.
Better?
Yeah. Good. And like, it's okay to make mistakes. Sorry.
That slight little bend in it.
So don't be afraid to make mistakes if you're working on something. It's the only way to improve, really. Yep, working through your glute. Nice. And just minimising that massive ball lift. Doesn't have to be heaps big. Good. Still trying to get the ball in the forward tilt. So you see Brett actually just starts with the ball up and down. Yep. So that, yeah, good. Yeah.
It's way nicer.
So there's nothing wrong with this as long as you then guide it down. But if you're not, then it's, sometimes you're better off just go and hold it there. Then it's already in the position that you need it to be at contact. Nice. Yeah, not too bad. Just be a bit firmer. All right, lads, let's go back to the next cone. Long arm. Oof, okay. Ball was just leaning back, so it's hit off your ankle. Yeah, nice, mate. That's getting better. That's good. That's a good mistake, though, keeping it low. This is the stuff that someone at your level is going to be really important, like the core control for kicking further distance, those low penetrating kicks on your kick outs. How's this grip going for you?
Better, yeah.
Better? Good. If you're feeling good, come back even further. This is a really good drill that you can do when you get to trainings and stuff. You can get competitive with a mate. Work on, if you complete the kick, you take a couple of steps back, keep going, and you can either compete with someone alongside you, which is what we would do, and you're trying to see who can kick the furthest off no step. Yeah. So now we worked our glute and hamstring to get that leg back. Now it's quad and hip flexor to come through powerfully. All right. So it's just like the most sport specific, kicking specific gym exercise you can do. I'm not too worried about the result. Just come through fast. When we get further back, if you start to lose that balance, that's fine, but make sure you're getting all the force through the ball. Make sense?
Yep.
Forward tilt more.
Yep.
So I can start with it in the forward tilt.
Yeah, I did that before and I sailed it straight over his head.
Oh.
Still got it.
So you're doing it like this, but it's not getting in the forward tilt. So maybe just either emphasize the wrist tilt and the long arm, or just have it a bit more tilted forward. Because then if you're hitting there, you're just going to get that nice flush kick. Good. Yeah, that's better. That's a bullet. Nice. Nice work. Nice work. So that drill there is one that you can just do 5-10 minutes a day or a session, and we'll just work on the strength and power in your hip flexors and then that in your also to get your leg further back in the backswing. All right, so now let's go into a bit of on the run stuff and a bit more contextual type stuff. So we're going to work on both. Who wants to work on the opposite foot? I know one of you was keen somewhat. Okay, yeah. So a bit of like contextual stuff or game situation where you might just be rolling around and have to go on your opposite. You might have to go around your body. You'll be one at a time. I'm going to throw the ball to you in a different way, roll it away from you, whatever. You've got to pick it up and hit it however you want. It could be a snap, but let's work drop punts, but it could be left or right foot. Could be straight, could be around your body. Ready?
Yep.
Quickly, fast feet, get it off quickly. Let's go, mate. Easy one for you. Oh. Nice work. Give an easy one. Eyes down. Lovely, nice work. Okay. So you went back to your old grip. Try and keep working. So you've got your own ball each, and then it's a race to kick it through the goals. It's not first person to kick it, but first person to get it through the goals. Okay, ready? Go. Oh, Kai, well done, mate. Go, quickly. Oh, that's twice catching on the inside. Okay, so long arm over your body a bit more, over your leg. Quickly, Muddy for the win. Oh, you end up in that, yeah. You should be bringing it in close, punching through and rolling. It should be fluent. Nice grip, Kai. Let's go, Dan, come on. For the win. Oh, lads, come on. Pick something and really narrow your focus. Oh, horrible. The extra pressure there, like, it's good because it makes it more game-like. But yeah, I really think like you've got good techers. It's just about, I think staying just down through the kick a bit longer, keeping your eyes down.
I really watch the ball.
You don't?
I don't think I do. Hey?
Yeah. It's a funny one. One of my old mentors at the Giants, he was a sports scientist there, John Quinn. He's still involved with them, and they're doing some eye study where you can they can wear glasses and they can watch what the person's doing. Did it also in America with the quarterbacks to see where their eyes were scanning. But apparently the good kicks of the footy actually weren't looking at the ball; they're looking just in front of the ball. So if you're doing that, then it's okay. Yeah, I don't know what it is. The study hasn't been done long enough, but it's almost like they may be just really confident that they know it's there, and it's bang. It's not like they're having to really locked in on it. Maybe they're confident in the technique. It's like, yep, there it is, bang, I'm hitting it. So I would just be staying down through the kick, finishing the kick, as opposed to really looking up to where you're going to be. You're not confident, and you're like, oh, where's this going to go? All the best kickers in America, same thing. When they were on, head was down, just like a golf swing. The non-confident ones were looking up and they're just shanking the ball. So we'll get into some set shots. Be on the side. Dan, you're up first. We're gonna make a little shoot to put a bit of pressure on. Come in. To come back. Okay, nice work. Next up. Oh, okay. It was really rushed. Yeah. Okay. What do you notice just straight away about his approach?
Hunched over. And he's holding the ball over his left leg.
Yeah, okay. So for me, I'm saying my first thing I notice is he's not very far back.
Oh, yeah.
Which is, I love it.
I work it out with my step. So my old routine used to be close to 14 steps when we first started.
Yeah.
And I cut it down to I'll do 7 back, 5 in, because the one's 5 coming in, I'll stretch out more.
Yeah.
So I'll get 7 steps back.
Yep.
From what I feel is about a metre off the mark.
Okay.
And that'll put me
back.
where I'm confident with it.
Okay.
Depending on the wind.
Yeah, so that's where I would say if Mackenzie's standing the mark, can I have that footy, please? This is for everyone, I would always assess the situation when it happens, not going, oh, I took the mark from here or whatever, and then going a set distance back.
Yep.
Because it'll change. With the wind, the person standing the mark, you've got a ruckman compared to a small back pocket, it's different. And then every time you come back to this point, you're confident that the person on the mark's out of the equation. Yeah. Okay, so that's really the biggest difference. Often it's because you're kicking over a person on the mark. So get them out of the equation, come back far enough where it's okay, sweet, they're good, and then go your set 7 steps back, or whatever it is. And then for me, I work with Dan about shortening your run up. So as punters, we learnt, and we could only kick off 2 steps, but we could generate enough power into it, enough momentum to still kick it 50, 60 metres. And that's what you kind of would have realised with your no-step kick. Like you've got a lot of power there. So I'm big on shortening it down because then you can just focus on having a steady ball drop, ball over your leg, simplifying it, right? It's just boom. Okay, so you all look pretty good though. It wasn't like ridiculously long. So then I'm just saying, make sure you get far enough back and then you're confident, and then it is just your 5 steps, focusing on what's important, following through. Does that all make sense? Yeah. Now we look at Muddy's kick. So Muddy's was a little bit of a, oh, where are we going? Bit of a longer run up. So he's coming straight at me, and then what do you notice now?
Went to the side.
Yeah, went to the side a bit. Still hit it pretty good, and you followed through towards the target at least.
Yeah.
But when you go around like that, you are opening up for more variables.
Yeah, okay.
So our natural hip swing isn't always, it's not really dead straight. We're one of the few sports that tries to kick straight. Our hips very much come around. So you did a good job of kind of allowing that, but I would just try and tighten it down a bit. Yeah. It's really should just be that kind of, if it's within your range, keep it straight. Yeah. Exactly, it doesn't need to be a full arc. You will open your hip up a little bit in that last step because that's the naturalness of our hips, and then coming around there, I'd just say let's tighten it up. Yeah. If we're going further back, then you would come a bit more in an arc. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I like the principle of you still make good contact and you finish through towards a target. Okay. Utilize 2 hands, and then like go to 1 at just the last second. You're going to 1 too soon. Yeah. And you're just going around a bit too much. And then see that one, it's hit the inside of your foot. Yeah. So ball stayed inside, your hips went around it and didn't get the best like force through the ball, right? Still got there, but not really. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So I would rather you get all the force through the ball than try and go around and you're only getting like 75% through the ball. Yeah. So this is where it's like, we want to try and keep our body nice and steady. Like you've got a really good kick and you've got power. You don't need a big run up that's just moving the ball around. It's just like, was it leaning back?
Off the side of that.
Just off the side a bit, yeah. Just like it.
Foot's rolled a little bit.
Well, he had to adjust it, but it was like your foot, it got down too soon and your foot couldn't come through straight. It had to like twist to get under it. So I'd just be like, let's just reduce your run up so you're reducing all the sway. Yeah. And then just nice and steady.
I used to struggle really bad with that. Yeah. Like when I first started with Josh, my run up used to be massive. And that was the first thing he told me, to shorten it up, and it takes all of that out of it. And then you can just focus on that, getting down to there and going straight.
See, I've always been a backman, so I've never put any focus on goal kicking and set shots. So there's probably nothing that comes naturally for me in that.
Yeah, right, right. Well, this would be good because, well, now I guess the rules change, but like kicking from within the goal square, like you don't get a massive run up, but I guess it's changed.
But what you were saying about the punters with the 2-step, I've always found my kicking's better and I can get more penetration off a couple of steps. Yeah. As opposed to running. Yeah. It's just like I don't have the same power when I'm on the run. Yeah. Where I can take 2 steps and launch at 55 out of the goal.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. It's just about that body position and, like I said, that last step. And you may have heard me talk about like a javelin analogy or a fast bowler analogy. When they plant hard and then slingshot with the arm. They're not rolling. So same thing when you're kicking. Plant hard, allow that leg to swing through, and that's what you can do better when you're a bit more balanced than if you're on the run, because you're rolling so fast, because you're rolling so much because you've got that bit more momentum through it. Okay, and just work on the things that you just done, that just showed, and I'll come around. That's better, mate. Good, Kai. Okay, so minimise the ball lift a little bit. Keep the ball in the forward tilt.
Yeah, you didn't really have to follow through.
That looked good. Nice. Nice. Good job. A little bit about timing, yeah. So if you could just literally, don't think about internally, think externally of the result that you want. So just aim to keep it top of the goalpost height, no higher. And then your body would do it. Oh, that's better. Ball drop is a little funny, but the trajectory was good. Yeah, that's right. All right, so who's seen how to kick torps, like how I teach how to kick torps? Yeah, okay. So hold the back of the ball, hold the back of the ball. So it's not like what we usually taught, like actually hold the back of it, get the point in your palm so you got more control. Nose down slightly, pointing it to, you're all righties, so pointing it to 11 o'clock. And then over your leg, kick up through it. Similar concept of if you can get all the force through the ball, you're gonna get a much better result than coming around and trying to muscle it and you're only getting 75% through the ball, okay? And then the most common mistake is that we make contact too low. Our foot doesn't get under it, and if it doesn't get under it, it won't turn into a spiral. So pop it up or hold it a little bit higher, get your foot under it, straight up through the middle of the front, and it'll turn over.
You don't really have to try and like slice through it.
No. You're natural, so up through as much as you can, and then your leg will come over naturally. Yeah. But just think middle to front, straight up. Okay, so let's all go one at a time, kicking it as far as you can. Okay, so you walked out that way and that made you hit the back of the ball. You've really got to kick it straight.
Like that?
Turn it in more.
Angle. Oh, isn't that?
Yeah.
But like straight on my leg.
Yeah, over your leg, yep. Right. Okay, not bad. Yeah, so that's the shape. I would say you just sliced it and too low contact. Oh, okay, so I would straighten it up a bit. You've hit middle of the ball and it's gone like that. If you straighten it a little bit and then middle to front. Okay. Oh, so you've pushed it down too heavy.
All right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It needs to be like just below knee. Yeah, knee height. Yeah, there you go. So when I'm trying to keep it over your leg. Yeah. Okay, kick right over the cameraman. Oh, yep, you pulled it inside a little bit. At training, you may as well do them properly. Cool. Do you guys have any questions of everything? Anything?